This guy still looks like a monster.
Few names in boxing history carry the same level of fear
Golovkin's gonna have to do what he has to do. Like that.
as Triple G.
Triple G! A killing machine.
In his prime, he wasn't just dominant, he was a wrecking machine.
A young middleweight modern Mike Tyson.
Street fight. You want street fight? Let's go. I show you right now.
A fighter with bone-crushing power, rock-solid fundamentals, and an iron chin that made him nearly unstoppable. His name alone sent shivers down the spines of opponents.
He just swung this big right, which he didn't see, and the pain, I felt like I was on a baby. The pain that ripped through my body was ridiculous.
He was one of the most feared and most avoided fighters in boxing history.
Come Saturday, I'm going to Gennady up.
Good left hook by Golovkin. And down goes Stevens.
This is the story of Triple G, the boxing powerhouse who left a trail of destruction in his path. Triple G had a reputation as a dynamite puncher even before he turned professional. In amateur boxing, you rarely see brutal knockouts like this.
Und jetzt geht's los. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out.
Triple G straightened the opponent up with his power jab before landing a clean right hand to the head.
Just a tremendous punch, wasn't it, John? He really does pack a punch.
The power of Triple G was on full display as the opponent struggled to get to his feet. After just one professional fight, it was clear. Triple G had extreme power.
Его преимущество неоспоримо, он хорошо джебом действует, и может вот как активизировался, по-моему, да, нокдаун коснулся.
In his second fight, Triple G showed off his insane athleticism and his combination punching.
И сейчас новыми силами ринется на бой.
В принципе, еще непонятно.
Triple G was a truly formidable offensive force, a dynamite puncher with either hand. His combinations were diverse, lightning fast.
Совсем провалится,
Да,
и
вот
вот на контратаке
справа, хорошо попал сбоку, в челюсть, и все.
И в печень, и все.
Да, удар в печень. Я даже не знаю, от какого удара упало.
He put body and head punches together seamlessly and even switched stance while doing it. This opponent came in tough, but toughness only goes so far when getting pummeled like this.
Выходцами из бывшего СССР, и с Тарасом Беденко работает, и с Денисом Мынкиным, и вот Геннадий Головкин его выбрал в свои наставники.
Daniel took some clean shots from Triple G in this fight. Notice this long-range right hand. That shot played a big role in Daniel's decision to retire in the corner. In this fight, the opponent was clearly uncomfortable, dealing with Triple G's power. Notice this excellent body shot setup. Triple G touched him upstairs, then set up a clean left hook to the body. That punch will come up again throughout this video. The opponent made the decision early. He wanted out. A vicious right hand to the body took all the air out of this opponent.
И вот удар правой по корпусу. Не сразу ощутил этот удар Гарсия. Только потом понял, что произошло. Нокдаун.
The overhand right landed clean and put him down heavily.
В половине этого раунда начинает опять вкладываться в удары. Головкин, и вот к чему это приводит. Еще один нокдаун.
Як мені здалося, перед цим вдарив спочатку потужно в корпус Геннадій, потім другий раз показав, що буде бити.
Triple G finished the job with a sharp left hook.
Просто сжался. Гарсия, ну и еще один левый боковой. Третий нокдаун. Уже не так хочет вставать Гарсия, ну и...
This fight showcased his diverse offensive arsenal, knockdowns with both hands, and a devastating body shot. The right hand to the head wobbled the opponent, and his situation kept getting worse.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out.
Triple G followed up with a cuffing body shot, and the opponent chose to end the fight. The punishment started early for Simon in this fight. It was a brutal display of body punching from Triple G. The lefts and rights to the body were relentless. Simon took as much as he could, but Triple G continued breaking him down. By round 5, Simon was looking weary, wobbled by a few crisp headshots.
Hold it, hold it. Other one. All right, okay.
He had taken enough. He retired after the 5th, and Triple G moved on. This was an extremely impressive performance because the opponent was a known quantity, a solid European-level operator. The first knockdown landed clean, a thunderous right hand. The opponent showed heart.
Stop! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But eventually the damage took its toll.
Stop! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
And he couldn't continue. This knockout ranked among the best of Triple G's career. The uppercut straightened the opponent up, and the right hand followed with lethal impact. The uppercut caused serious damage. That final right hook landed with brutal precision. Thankfully, the opponent recovered.
Gennady.
Stop! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sid's legs gave way after that right hand, almost like he was on inline skates. The referee stopped the fight after the continued punishment. The punches weren't landing completely clean, but the stoppage was justified. Triple G looked like an artist in this fight. The body shots were brutal. Then he went upstairs with a blistering combination. The triple left hand sequence landed clean and did serious damage.
Да, видите, он потрясен, он не отошел и еще получил сейчас и справа, и слева. Второй раунд получился. Куда? Ой-ой-ой-ой.
The fight was stopped after 2 rounds of punishment, a merciful stoppage.
Раунд. Вот. Комплект, что называется.
And protect yourself at all times. Touch glove and good luck to you, okay?
Triple G started this fight off with sharp body shots. Then he opened up with a counter right hand that landed clean. From there, the onslaught continued.
Пропускає Хав'єр Мамані, але ось бачимо, його досвід зараз допомагає йому уникати проблем, але все ж таки ні, добиває свого супротивника Геннадій Головкін і чомусь рефері вирішив зупинити. Як на мій погляд, дуже зарано. Так, були проблеми у аргентинця.
The stoppage was necessary because Triple G wasn't slowing down. This opponent was absorbing too much damage.
І аперкот, бачимо, пройшов. Все чітко, ну дійсно, якась така машина просто для вбивця. Для вбивства цей Геннадій Головкін. Дуже видовищно працює.
Anthony endured a brutal first round against Triple G.
Зараз вже його покарав казах і починає активно пробувати і шукати дірки. Так, вимушений нокдаун, подумав і вирішив перепочити Ентоні Грінвіч. Ось вам і... Оу, лівий боковий. Як все прораховує, як все чітко робить Геннадій. Ну, ось я вам казав, що це один з найталановитіших.
The left hook to the body landed flush and caused a delayed reaction knockdown.
Саме де нокдаун. Так, знову.
Triple G's left hand work was exceptional in this fight. Jabs, hooks, constant damage.
В будь-якому разі Грінвіч не приїхав до Німеччини відбути номер. Чудовий удар по печінці, якісно він пройшов точно. Не одразу це зрозумів сам Грінвіч, як і буває у багатьох випадках. Підводиться Ентоні, але...
The finish came from the signature left hook to the body, set up beautifully with an inside uppercut. Triple G used a high-class strategy, throwing punches to set up even bigger shots.
По печінці знають, що це таке. Тому розуміють.
Okay, gentlemen, you had your instructions upstairs. Bone here on up is fine, okay? Good luck, shake hands, good luck to both of you.
Triple G's jab was on point on this night. His jab landed with no wind-up, making it hard to see coming. It was sharp, powerful, effective.
Займає третю сходинку.
The right uppercut was exceptional. The left hook to the body landed with full force.
Щось нове вигадувати Головкіним, бачимо.
At that point, the fight was completely one-sided.
Те, що він не почав зупинятись, ми бачимо, Головкін просто розбив, не поспішає. Хоча вже видно, що Головкін готовий добувати супротивника, і він це робить. Черговий чудовий аперкот від Гени проходить. Важко підіймається бразилець і не хоче він продовжувати цей бій. Ні-ні-ні, це справжній талант.
Triple G took on a left-handed opponent here, a style that can be tricky to deal with. For Triple G, it was no problem.
И, наверное, больше. Ох, смотрите, да, и упал сейчас Михаил. Вот все-таки не пропустил он опять удар справа. И сейчас вот ему придется весьма трудно. Нокдаун. Надо сейчас задерживаться в углу, надо уходить его от канатов. Опять пропустил. Смотрите, да, опять пропустил удары, оказывается, на полу Михаил Макаров. Второй нокдаун.
His extensive amateur experience had prepared him for this challenge. The straight right hand remains the best weapon against left-handed fighters, and Triple G executed it to perfection.
Мощных ударов Геннадий Головкин. Ох, и уже третий раз на полу. И, скорее всего, наверное, сейчас поединок будет прекращен. Очень сильный удар пропускает. Мы сейчас видим, готовит, смотрите, атаку. Вот, смотрите, да, левыми финтами спарывал сейчас оборону Михаила Макарова. Вот сейчас опять видим, смотрите, вот справа очень жесткий удар. На полу оказывается Михаил Макаров. Да, такой удар очень сложно выдержать. Ну, смотрите, спарывает сейчас, подкрадывается и бьет очень жестко справа Геннадий Головкин. Ну вот здесь остановка боя.
The opponent was in bad shape after the fight, needing immediate medical attention. His nose was busted. Absolutely brutal stuff.
И все-таки нащупал сразу свою дистанцию.
С Геннадием лично, и у вас должен был пройти спарринг, состояться спарринг с ним.
Triple G wasted no time in this fight. He came out fast, and that right hand signaled the beginning of the end.
В Таиланде, в Бангкоке в 2003 году тогда Лучан Бута, румынский боксер, его нокаутировал он.
Triple G stormed the opponent with every punch in the book.
Нет такого, чтобы там наклоняться. Вот, пожалуйста.
Вот вам начало боя. На канвасе ринга колумбийский боксер. Надо сказать, что...
Brutal, dominant, unstoppable. This was the moment when he truly started to look unbeatable. Triple G had a fight in his hometown next. The opponent immediately felt the power when he took that fearsome left hook to the body. Triple G recognized the reaction, and he pounced.
И разыгрывает доверного, Геннадий все-таки пытается соперника перерубить. И вот мы видим сейчас на канвасе ринга панамец.
И опять крюк. Великолепный крюк в исполнении Геннадия Головкина. Нокаут.
Давайте до последнего сейчас останемся в Астане. Не будем пока выходить в студию. Нам еще должен позвонить Дима Пирог, который сейчас в Геленджике.
Another vicious left hook, and that was the end of the fight.
Опять все началось с левого крюка в область виска. Этот удар, собственно, и решил бой. Умелым действием его соперника.
Kasim was a former world champion and a significant step up in competition.
Ближаться не надо с ним.
Triple G showed no mercy.
Наказываю. Отлично. Прекрасно. Прекрасно. Какой-то штопор все время заходит Гена и не может из него выйти. Ступор. Хорошо.
Потрясен Аума. В течение 1-2 раундов можно полностью сломить.
This was a complete beatdown. The replays tell the whole story.
Хорошо ушел. Попадание. Есть возможность разогнать руку.
Смотри.
Отойти на безопасную дистанцию.
Болтануло Ауму. Он потрясен. Но не сумел его добить. Геннадий хотя был близок к цели. Великолепный.
Вот ты видел, защита левой рукой Аумы, а Гена настолько удобно стоял, что смог с левой хорошо пробить.
Вот я же говорил относительно апперкота. Апперкот едва не завершил бой.
Triple G's ability to throw punches at odd angles made them nearly impossible to predict.
В стихию боя Геннадий Головкин, в каком-то трансе он пребывает.
Отлично.
The referee let this go too long. Kasim absorbed tremendous punishment.
Еще немного, Гена.
Шаг назад и отличная двойка. Что судья, останавливает бой?
This fight took years off Kasim's career. Triple G displayed his sharp counterpunching ability in this fight.
Oh, it's a decent first shot of the fight from Golovkin, wasn't it?
Right hand over the left leg, beautiful shot.
The counter rights were on the mark.
Against Nielsen Julio Tapia, that was in Kazakhstan, and then against Kasim Umar.
But it was the counter left hook that did the damage.
He was closer to winning against Sebastian Sylvester. Well, you can see why Golovkin's avoided. What about that?
Punch out, left hook, I think that was. Right hand, left hook.
I don't think he's going to get up, Mark. I think it's all over. It's finished.
Wow.
It's finished in the first round. Wow. That is a man who's never been stopped. And look at the way Golovkin put him away.
Triple G was already seen as the most avoided fighter in boxing at this point. He was looking for a title shot, but couldn't get one. It's easy to see why opponents were swerving him.
Slip the left jab, bang. Beautiful.
Well,
he was the most feared man in boxing. This was one of those performances that added to Triple G's fearsome reputation.
That is a terrific shot.
By anything Fujigami's doing, the last thing you want to be able to do is have vision problems against a devastating puncher.
There's the right hand, and Fujigami feels the power, and Golovkin's going looking for him.
The thing that made this even more impressive was that Japanese fighters are known for having granite chins. It looked like every punch Triple G threw had nuclear power in it.
Knight. Oh! Another huge right hand from Golovkin, and the left hook. I think the referee could easily be stopping this right here and now. I don't think we need to see too much more. He's brave, he's got up, and he says he's okay.
6, 7.
I thought the referee dropped the ball. The fight should have been stopped there. If you know Japanese fighters, you know they don't quit. You have to save the fighter from himself.
Big punches coming in, it's all over. It could have finished with the knockdown.
Because he was up against nothing then tonight.
He wants Felix Sturm, he wants Sergio Martinez, and when you look at the way in which he takes his opponents out, you can see why they would just be thinking, well, yeah, it's there, but do we really want it?
Well, he's not only heavy-handed, John, he's very clinical, isn't he? He doesn't waste a punch at all. I think, you know what?
He ended up taking some unnecessary punches from a legit banger. During this time period, Triple G was ducked, avoided, and frozen out by many of the elite fighters. They treated him like he had the bubonic plague.
This Golovkin kid is the truth.
Triple G opened up with a frightening combination, and his hand speed was shockingly fast.
Down he goes!
What really impressed me in this fight was the placement of the punches. Triple G places his punches so well.
I gotta say, it is rare you see a guy combine the natural heavy hand.
Good left hand to the body and left to the head. Down goes Proxy.
Proxy was a natural counterpuncher. He was the type of guy who was dangerous when he was hurt because all he knew how to do was counterpunch. It was literally in his DNA.
Golovkin just places the punches so well. Proxy's in trouble again.
The body shots are really what's hurting him.
The Polish opponent displayed the typical heart you see in Polish fighters. But he was just outgunned in every aspect of the fight.
Left and a right to the head. Proxy game trying to counter.
Notice the force of this left hook to the body.
Then he goes to the opposite side with the right hand up top, followed by another beautiful left to the body, then followed by a left uppercut in his life, and he's still giving us all he has.
Oh, right hand hurt Proxy. Golovkin steps in and down he goes again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How tough is Proxy? No, the referee stops it.
Oh my goodness.
He had never been down.
The finishing combination was just vicious stuff from Triple G.
Yeah, right by Golovkin, followed by a left hook. Keeps his weight well balanced right there on the attack. Never see him overshoot nothing. Another overhand right and left.
It started with one of those unique overhand rights, which are very difficult to defend up close.
Golovkin, even when he knows his man is hurt.
That left hook to the back of the head hurt Proxy pretty bad. And Proxy, as you saw right there, still was trying to fight back.
This fight was a showcase of Triple G's fast, snappy jab. This power jab was on point from the get-go. Ishida had no head movement. He was defensively inept at this level. The ramrod jab was busting him up. Once the jab is landing consistently, it's a matter of time before the right hand comes in. Ishida moves back in a straight line. It's obvious where his head was going to be. Triple G absolutely flatlined him with a right hand. You can't afford to take one clean punch from Triple G. This was one of his most brutal knockouts. The writing was on the wall when all of those jabs were landing so cleanly.
I expect a good, clean fight. Let's touch gloves.
I thought Triple G was very efficient with his punches in this fight. I also thought that Matthew shut down when he felt the power. Matthew was rocked anytime Triple G landed cleanly. He was just outgunned, and Triple G stayed on the front foot. We've seen the left hook to the body countless times, and we'll see it again
pack
here.
it in and lay down. Golovkin's going to have to do what he has to do. Like that. To get
Body
Macklin
shot
out of here.
puts Macklin down. Down twice against Sergio Martinez. May not be able to get up from this. Probably can't.
That's it.
And that'll be the 14th consecutive knockout for Gennady Golovkin. It comes in the third round.
That's not normal. What we just saw was not ordinary, it was extraordinary. That kind of punching power.
Notice how Triple G sets up the punch by throwing some decoy punches upstairs. Sergio Martinez was still the lineal middleweight champion, but nobody thought he was the best in the division. There were absolutely no arguments whenever anyone said Triple G was the #1 middleweight on the planet. Curtis Stevens talked trash before this fight.
Come Saturday, I'm going to Gennady up.
First time I'm very mad because I see picture, I saw photo.
He even put up a photo of Triple G in a graveyard. Big mistake.
Good right hand by Golovkin.
Good left hook by Golovkin. And down goes Stevens. There it is. Cossack Thunder in round number 2. And Stevens doesn't look all that good as he gets up. And now Gennady.
Stevens anticipated a reset from Triple G, but instead he got a doubled up left hook. His attempt to tie up Triple G failed.
Lead left hook that caught him flush on the chin, but the second one really did the damage. He see the first one and followed by the second one. The second one right there was the real punch.
His shocked expression said it all. He realized that he was in way over his head. This fight was a complete beat down.
Now Golovkin with a body shot and a right cross and momentarily hurts Stevens.
He doesn't always move his head, so he does get hit. But
really hard body shot by Golovkin, and Stevens backs up into the ropes again. He might have hurt him with that body shot.
He did, Jim.
Triple G controlled every second of it. Stevens was completely outmatched. He never stood a chance. Triple G's granite chin meant even a lucky punch wouldn't have changed the outcome.
Off the ropes, Harvey Dock watching.
About to stop this one.
dangerous fight right now for Stevens because he's throwing back just enough to stop the ref from stopping it.
Big right cross by Golovkin. Whipping Curtis Stevens into the corner. And he makes it out of round 8.
That's it.
And they're going to stop it in the corner.
That's a great stoppage.
Andre Rozier had seen enough.
That's a great stoppage.
Gennady, Triple G.
A spectacular double hook scored a knockdown. Then, the trademark power jab created another one.
From a jab. And it's a knockdown. Brilliant stuff from Golovkin. What was this man?
Question, Brian.
Hey, are you okay?
They sent him back for round number 7.
Those Madama dancing with the left hook.
The fight was stopped after yet another left hook. This performance was particularly impressive. This opponent had never been stopped before. Triple G made history. After taking some time off to mourn his father's death, Triple G returned to action.
Triple G Golovkin.
Gennady Golovkin, or Triple G as he's known, is the hardcore fight fans' favorite fighter because every time they see him, he's knocking someone out. Can he continue to do that as his level of competition continues to rise?
Down goes Gil, first knockdown of the fight.
His right hand landed on the back of the head, but the responsibility fell on Daniel. Ducking low and exposing that area left him vulnerable.
And there it is, you can see it kind of hit him.
He finds his way from spot to spot, trapping Gil against the ropes, cornering him, and hammering him like that body shots. Down goes Gil again on a brilliant right hand.
Daniel was completely outmatched. Triple G had no concern about taking punches from him. The power difference was too great.
And Gil can't go forward, and it's a third-round knockout for Golovkin.
That was smart by Gil. He saw he had no balance. The contest had already been decided.
Take it away, Max.
Well, Gil trying to exchange with him, figures that's the best time to hit him, clips him with a nice little right hand, but that's a bazooka that Golovkin is throwing.
That right hand was the end of the fight. I mean, you're not going to find many middleweights in the world who could last past that.
Right, it was a one-punch knockout.
And that was coming off of getting hit flush by a Gil right hand. Extraordinary. As is just about everything he does. So that's knockout number 17 in a row.
I gave you both the instructions in the dressing room. I just want to remind you.
On paper, Rubio was expected to be Triple G's toughest opponent, but that expectation faded quickly. Rubio appeared intimidated before the fight even started.
Triple G is the monster that everyone's come out to see.
Oh, hard hook and a right hand by Golovkin. Rubio comes back with a right hand of his own.
And after that clean right hand to the chin, he was completely broken. The beating was severe.
As exchange. Oh, good uppercut.
Hard uppercut by Golovkin. Momentarily wobbled Rubio. Now he's got him pinned against the ropes.
And see how he varies here.
Predator at work. Down goes Rubio.
Touch, touch, touch. Smash.
Cinco. Left hook smash.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Second round knockout.
Triple G didn't waste a second. The uppercut was on full display in this fight, but he also unveiled a unique punch, the overcut. That's right, an overcut. Triple G finished Rubio with one of his signature unorthodox punches, a shot that only he could throw. Rubio had no idea what hit him.
On the left hook.
That's what Rubio
to get
said.
it over Rubio's guard.
He said he hit me in the top of the head. He sure did, and he seemed like he jammed your neck down to where your chin was supposed to be. This guy still looks like a monster, a killing machine, a young middleweight modern Mike Tyson.
Triple G Golovkin.
Martin stepped into the ring, ready to fight. He showed heart and never appeared intimidated.
From Triple G.
See the jab, always the rangefinder.
Just the relentless pressure of Golovkin. And again, Murray says, come on, is that all you've got?
I think that right hand made an impact, though, on Murray.
Hattie on the back foot at the moment, Murray. And Golovkin gets through with a right, and then an uppercut. And Murray is shaken here. And now he does feel the power of Golovkin. Golovkin stepping forward, sensing that weakness.
But the problem was Triple G's sheer power. Every punch carried tremendous force.
It happened when Murray was on the ropes, and he tries a counter left hook, and that's when Golovkin comes over.
Sitting right next to us in the corner. But Golovkin is a fighter from another planet. And Murray's down. Right to the body. 4, 5, winces in front of us and gets to his feet. hooks and left hooks from Golovkin. Another right to the body, and Murray is down again. Breathe deep.
By round 4, Martin experienced Triple G's body attack. A brutal right hand dropped him. The delayed reaction made it clear this was serious damage.
Does everything. You know, when you could throw this kind of body punch and score a knockdown with it, plus all the work he does to the head.
Some man to get up twice.
And you know, Golovkin will go to the body again, and he just did there.
Golovkin with that right to the body again. Golovkin looked for that left hand, the one that stopped Rubio.
And the head as well. When he languishes on the ropes, he has problems, and there's that big body work by Golovkin.
At this point, he was purely in survival mode. The body shots kept landing. The overcut found its mark. The fight had turned uncomfortable to watch. Martin was getting battered from every angle.
Stronger again. Murray did well there to land a right hand, but he's got to get away from where he is. Before tonight, but down twice. Angles that he's invented, and finally Murray is down.
Another perfectly placed right hand put Martin down again.
Feet, right at the end of the round.
Hey, are you all right? Continue?
And he nods and says, yep, I'm okay, and there's the belt.
Worn down in that round. He had started out well, but the pressure of
those punches are starting to find a way through, and he's called it off. The referee calls a halt in the 11th.
The referee finally stepped in, stopping the relentless beatdown.
Pavone was very careful to give Martin Murray every chance in the world, and then when he sensed that Murray might be in a position to be vulnerable, he stepped in, and nobody in Murray's camp is complaining, and I don't think that they would. It was a perfect stoppage, I think, by the referee, and appropriate at that moment.
Yeah, but just to emphasize again, nothing to be ashamed of. He has lost to a man who might just turn into one of the very best ever here, and he has given him a great fight.
He fought as well against Gennady Golovkin, actually better than anybody else has, because he landed a fair amount of punches throughout most of this fight. As we see Murray at the end getting nailed with those right hands, through most of the fight, he was able to keep his wits about him, fight intelligently, counterpunch off the ropes, occasionally push Golovkin back, but ultimately the
fight hard, fight clean, mouthpiece. Good luck to both of you.
Triple G delivered one of his most brutal performances once again.
Able to hit him, or he can just have free-range target practice. And when he can have free-range target practice, that's what happens.
Down goes Monroe. He trapped him in the corner, fired one shot to the cheekbone, and down went Willie Monroe.
Are you okay?
Trying to get his legs back.
His legs are not back.
Once again, traps Monroe in the corner.
And Monroe's still weary on his feet, and Golovkin won't give him room to think. Constantly keeping the pressure on.
Down goes Monroe for the second time. We've got a minute still to go in round number 2.
Triple G showed that he's more than willing to take a punch. If it means landing his own, that willingness is what makes him so dangerous. It reflects his absolute confidence in his own punch resistance. Triple G's defensive skills often go underrated. He does take shots, but whenever he does, he always takes more out of his opponents in return.
Go down.
Yeah, he counted.
Golovkin obviously believes Monroe can't hurt him, and he may be right about that. With Harold, I mean...
Uppercut lands for Golovkin. Seemed to hurt Willie Monroe. Golovkin took over the punch count leadership in the last round.
Triple G had a sadistic streak in him. He played with some of his opponents. He enjoyed watching them break down.
Even worse. He's out of here.
Third knockdown. There were 2 knockdowns in the second round, and now he knocks him down for the third time here in the 6th.
7, 8, 9, 10. You just beat it. You just beat it. You got to move faster.
He should stop it, Jim. His legs are gone.
You want to continue?
His legs are gone. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Willie Monroe says to Jack Reese, I don't want to continue.
He said, I'm done. And he was. He has proven that he is the best fighter in the middleweight division right now. and that is clear and cut. And I really love watching him fight because he's the most exciting show on TV right now, bar none. You understand me?
Donald Trump got boos and some cheers when he walked in earlier, visited the dressing room of Gennady Golovkin, probably went by to say hello to David Lemieux as well.
This fight, a jabbing clinic.
Golovkin landing his jab early on.
Doing a good job of using that jab to get distance, to make the stronger puncher deal with that jab first to get beyond it.
The biggest difference between these two fighters was the jab.
Golovkin has gotten in a couple of solid jabs, and Golovkin's jab is becoming part of the legend.
David was a hard puncher, but lacked a consistent jab.
Jab, jab, jab. CompuBox numbers show that over the course of his career, Golovkin is one of the 3 most prolific jabbers in the sport. He lands his jab at a constant rate.
Triple G, he had one of the best jabs in boxing.
Look at the jab and the accuracy with which Golovkin is landing it. He's not missing.
It's not a normal jab Golovkin throws. It's a jab that lands like some right hands.
And that jab just keeps coming, flowing like water.
In the 5th round, Triple G turned up the pressure.
Jab, uppercut combination.
Big time.
Too much to one side or another, and your feet will always be solid underneath you.
Oh, that body shot hurt him, Jim.
Down goes Lemieux, and Golovkin hit him once while he was down.
6, 7, 8. You all right? David, you all right? Are you okay? Yeah. You're sure?
Triple G was very lucky that he didn't get disqualified here. He clearly hit David when he was on the canvas, and I've seen guys disqualified for doing exactly what he did here. If David had been knocked out by that shot, or if he had exaggerated the impact.
You saw him go down, but this was a bad punch. I would have gotten disqualified for that punch.
That's right. You already did get disqualified for that punch against Montel Griffin.
Might have got banned from boxing for that.
Regardless, the beatdown was becoming severe.
Left jab, right hand combinations.
Ended against the fighter. In a sense, that fighter's the toughest guy he's fought.
Exactly. Good right hand.
Hard left hook. Hammered Lemieux. Good right hand by Lemieux, but the uppercut by Golovkin drives him back into the ropes. The body shot hurt him again. Steve Willis is going to stop the fight.
The stoppage was inevitable. It was only a matter of time. Join us next time for part 2 of our deep dive into the career of the great Triple G, where we'll look at more of his greatest moments and follow the rest of his incredible journey inside the ring. Don't miss it.